If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in machine series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 51 to question number 55. Okay, then let's try to solve these 5 questions. Okay, what is given in question number 51? A 200 volt DC series motor runs drawing a current of 30 ampere from the supply. Armature and field resistance are 0.4 ohm and 0.1 ohm respectively. The load torque varies as the square of the speed. So they are given their relation. Torque is varied as the square of the speed. The flux in the motor may be taken as being proportional to the armature current. Phi is directly proportional to I because of series motor. To reduce the speed of the motor by 50%, the resistance in ohms that should be added in series with the armature in. Okay, so here what are the relations? In addition to our the relations that we know, one extra additional relation they have given. Your torque is directly proportional to n square. Torque is proportional to n square. That means your T1 by T2 is equal to N1 by N2 whole square. Also, in case of series motor, T1 by T2, T1 is directly proportional to phi into Ia. In case of series motor, we say it is directly proportional to Ia square because phi is also proportional to Ia. So here it is also Ia1 square by Ia2 square. So if you equate these two, you have a relation between N1 by N2 is equal to I1 by I2. Whole square I am cancelling out. So because they have given speeds, now you have to reduce the speed by 50%. So your original speed is equal to, if it is at 100, now what will be your new speed? Suppose it is 100, you are reducing to 50%, 50. That is N1, it is 0.5 N1. You can write 100 N1 or 50 N1 is equal to IO1. Initially it is given 30 ampere, it is drawing 30 ampere IA. Now what should be your IA2? So from here you can solve your IA2 will be equal to, this is 2, so this is 15 ampere. Okay. So if it is a 15 ampere, then what is your back EMF? You can calculate your back EMF now. EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi1 by phi2 into N1 by N2. Now phi1 is directly proportional to IA1 IA2. So you can write your EB1 by EB2. What is your EB1? This EB1, initially the resistance was 0.4 plus 0.1, that is 0.5 in series. Both will be added in series. So it supplies 220 minus 0.4 plus 0.1. Initial current was 30 ampere it was drawing, so into 30. So this is your 205. So if I apply 205 by EV2, I don't know. Phi1 is I1 by I2. I1 is your 30. I2 is becoming 15. N1 is, suppose if I say N1, this will be 0.5 into N1. So this get cancelled, this is 2. So if you cancel it, it will be 4. So if this one will be equal to 51.25. Now what should be your resistance so that it becomes 52.51.25. So this is equal to 220 minus Ia is your 15 into 0.4 plus 0.1 plus some resistance X that I don't know. So if you solve this one, EV2 equal to V minus IARA. So from here you can calculate your X equal to 10.75. So this is your answer. 52. A 120 volt DC shunt motor takes 2 ampere at no load. It takes 7 ampere on full load while running at 1200 rpm. The armature resistance is 0.8 and the shunt field resistance is given. The no load speed and RPM. So you have to calculate no load speed. One speed is given, that is 1200 rpm. So you can apply that E1 back EMF formula, and it is also given what current it is taking at no load. So you can calculate your EB1, EB2. So if you draw a shunt motor of this fashion, so your supply voltage is 220 and this resistance is 120, this is 120, field resistance, this is 240. So this IF is equal to 120 divided by 240. So this is always 0.5 ampere that you have to be taking care of it. So initially what is your EB1? EB1 is equal to, you are giving 120 minus, it takes 2 ampere current. So if it is taking 2 ampere, so 2 minus 0.5 is 1.5 into, what is its resistance? This armature resistance they have given 0.8. So multiplied by 0.8. So your EB1 is equal to 108.8. You can apply now. And what will be your EB2? Because in the second case it is drawing 7 ampere. Now it is drawing 7 ampere. So your EB2 will be equal to 120 minus 7 minus 0.5 into 0.8. So here it is 114.8. So EB1 by EB2 is equal to N1 by N2 into phi1 by phi2. So here it is constant because of shunt. So EB1 118.8 divided by 114.8 is equal to You need to find your no load speed. That means N1 you don't know, N2 on 7 ampere it is given 1200. The second case it is given 1200, you have to find this one. So this will be, if you solve, you will get 1241.81 ampere. So this is your answer. A 220 volt 10 kilowatt 900 rpm separately excited DC motor has an armature resistance this. While the motor operated at rated speed and with rated terminal voltage, the electromagnetic torque developed by is this much. So torque developed is given this much, and rated, it is operating at rated speed, that is 900 rpm. So this much torque and this much rpm they have given. That means you can calculate that power, EB into torque, neglecting rotational losses of the motion. So if you are neglecting that one, that means the mechanical power that is converted, that itself you are taking as output. So T into omega will be equal to EB into IA directly. The circuit, the current drawn by the motor from 220 supply. So you can easily calculate here EB into IA is equal to T into omega. It is generally the mechanical power that is developed, and you are neglecting that losses also. So you will directly, you can equate this one. So what is your torque? Torque is given 70 Newton meter. And what is your omega? It is rotating at 900 rpm, so 900 into 2 pi divided by 60. EB is your 220 minus IA, that IA you don't know, IA into RA they have given, RA is given 0.02. So you can solve this one easily, it will be a quadratic of IA. If you solve your 1 IA, you will get 10,969, so you can obviously say that will not be the answer, 30.07. Because if this is your IA, then EB will be negative. So this is not the answer. So this is your answer. That is option B. Now if you come to question number 54, a separately excited DC motor has an armature resistance this. The field excitation is kept constant. At an armature voltage of 100 volt, the motor produces torque of 500 Newton meter at 0 speed. They have to be careful. Speed is 0. So if your speed is 0, that means your back EMF is 0. Then neglecting the all mechanical losses, the no load speed of the motor for the armature, no load speed. Now you don't have any, now torque is 0, that you have to calculate for a voltage of this much. Okay, so if your speed is 0, so your back EMF is 0 because your speed is 0, this is given. So what will be your IA? IA will be equal to simply V by RA, because EB is equal to V minus IARA. So the initial case your RA will be equal to V, they have given, what is the separately excited DC motor, is 100 volt. So this is 100 divided by RA is 0.05. So this current is 2000 ampere. Okay. Now you also know torque is equal to your phi z p. This one derivation I have shown you. So this is given, this is given. You can find the constant portion, because if you find the constant portion, then you can calculate your back EMF for the second case also. Because for the second case, IA is 0, no load, so your supply voltage will be directly back EMF 150. So you can use this one. So if I calculate, because I need to calculate phi z p by a, that will be my needed phi z p by a. So that will be equal to, torque is given how much, 500 Newton meter. So torque into 2 pi divided by IA is 2000. I am calculating this one only. So this into this divided by IA. So if you do this one, that is 2 pi by 4. So that is the constant parameters of the motor. Now in the second case, your EB, because it is at no load, torque is 0, so IA is 0. So your EB equal to directly V, that is equal to 150, which is also equal to phi z and p by 60A. Now you have some constant, this one, phi z p by a. This thing you have already. So you apply this one, 150 into 60 is equal to 60. I have taken that side, n into 2 pi by 4. So if you calculate, your n will be equal to 5729.577, but it should be in RPM. You have to be careful. Now your answer is, they have given in radian per second. You have to be careful which unit they are given. So how you have to do it? You multiply it by 2 pi divided by 60. You do this one, the revolution, it will go to radian, then per minute to per second. If you do this one, you will find it is 600 radian per second. A 200 volt DC series motor, when operating from a rated voltage while driving a certain load, draws 10 ampere current and runs on this much ampere. The total series resistance is given. The magnetic circuit is assumed to be linear, that means no saturation is there. The same supply voltage, the load torque is increased by 44%, the speed of the motor in RPM. Okay. So you know the torque is directly proportional to IA square in case of DC series motor. So from here you can calculate your IA2 because how much percentage torque has increased, that is given. If initially T1 is 100 then T2 will be 144, or you can say it is T1 then second one will be 1.44 T1 because it is increased to 44%. So from here T1 by T2 is equal to IA1 by IA2 whole square because of series motor. So T1, if it is T1 then it will be 1.44 T1 because it is increased 44%. And IO1 it is drawing 10 ampere current, so how much it should draw? 10 by question mark whole square. T1 get cancelled. If you solve it, your IA2 will be equal to 12 ampere. So what is your EB1 initial case? Because you need to find the speed, so you can use that using that EB1 by EB2. So in the initial case it is EB1 is equal to 200 minus IA1 is 10 into total series resistance is 1, that is 210. What will be EB2? Again 200 minus, now current is 12 into 1, so 188. So you can apply this one, EB1 by EB2, 210 by 188 is equal to 51 by 52 into N1 by N2. So N1, I am writing N1 only now. So N1 they have given 1000 by question mark into 51, that is 51 is directly proportional to here IO1 I2. So IO1 is 10 and IO2 is 12. So if you apply this one into question mark, that will come your, that is your speed, and N2 824.56, which is around 825. So that is your answer. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.